Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, I'm going to be showing you different ways that you can go about approaching YouTube. So in this lesson, we're going to be covering what are outsourceable channels, what are personal brand channels, what are hybrid channels, and then I'm going to show you examples of each type of channel, and then I'm going to go over some of the pros and cons of each. So hopefully by the end of this lesson, I'll have helped you narrow down which type of channel you're going to be running. Now, outsourceable channels include list channels, for example, like top 10 videos, top 5 videos, videos of that nature. I'm sure you've seen them on YouTube. You've probably watched tons of list channels on YouTube and not even known it. And if you haven't watched it, you've probably seen them like in your recommended tab. And then also animation channels. And I'm going to show you some examples of each right here. So some examples of outsourceable channels. The first off is called Top 5s, and Top 5s uploads like top 5 scary ghost sightings, top 5 creepy unsolved mysteries, things of that nature. And then we have Brightside right here, which is actually the fastest growing channel on YouTube. They reached 27 million subscribers, I think in under 2 years, which is absolutely ridiculous. But as you can see, they upload videos like the top 3 exercises to tone up your legs, a tree in Germany has his own address and people write it for help, videos that are sure to get your attention, but the videos are completely outsourced. They pay other people to make these videos, and the reason that I know they're paying other people to make the videos is because they're releasing like 6 videos a day, and nobody in the right mind would be able to make 6 videos a day unless they, of course, they were paying other people to do the content creation for them, and that's actually what I do on most of my channels as well. So, another example of an outsourceable channel is called Mind Warehouse. Now, I came across this channel a while ago, and they do similar videos to Types in that they do like top 10 videos, list videos, things like that. But all the videos are very shocking. They use great thumbnails, great titles, and they overall do a great job, and they're killing it on YouTube at the moment. Another channel that is an example of an outsourceable channel is one called My Story Animated. Now, this channel actually takes in stories from like kids and people who submit their stories, and then they make animations of those stories. And obviously, they're paying people to do the animations, and it's a really cool concept, and I thought I'd just throw it in for you guys to show to you guys right here. Here are some of the pros and cons of running an outsourceable channel. Now, I personally run 8 of these channels, like I said, and then I run one personal brand channel. We're going to be getting into that here in just a second. So, some of the pros of an outsourceable channel is that it is scalable. And what I mean by scalable is that you can actually pay other people to make the videos for you. Now, you could even pay other people to upload the videos for you, and this entire channel could be running on autopilot. Now, that is what I define as an outsourceable channel, and that is one of the pros of running a channel like this. Now, another pro is that you don't necessarily have to show your face. Now, almost none of these outsourceable channels, like list channels and top 10 channels, almost none of them actually show their faces, so you don't know who's actually running these channels. And that could be seen as a big benefit, because I know a lot of people out there don't want to show their face or put their identity out online, so this is a major pro of choosing an outsourceable channel. Now, some cons of running a channel like this include that it's harder to sell products. For example, would you be very likely to buy merch from a channel that makes top 10 videos? And the answer is probably no. Now, that's just one of the cons with this. Now, obviously, if you're running an outsourceable channel, you most likely rely mostly on ad revenue, and that's what I rely on mostly with my list channels that I run. And even though I make a lot of money from the ad revenue from those channels, that's actually one of the cons. I have to rely only on ad revenue. It's really hard to diversify your income when you're running a list channel. Now, another thing you can always do in running list channels is you could build them up to a degree and then sell them. I know list channels that sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and if you're getting enough views and you have enough subscribers on your channel, you could build these channels and then sell them later off down the line. But that shouldn't necessarily deter you from starting one of these channels. I just want to make sure you're aware of the pros and cons of making a channel like this. Now, here are some examples of personal brand channels. Now, personal brand channels are when there's a personality behind the channel. So now some examples of channels like this, Make Money Matt, which is actually my personal brand channel, in which I make like business videos teaching people how I make money online and showing people that it really is possible to make a full-time income with YouTube. So that's my one personal brand channel. Like I said, I run 8 list channels and then 1 personal brand channel. Now, the second example channel that I have right here is one called Kinobody. Now, this guy basically just makes like intermittent fasting videos, workout videos, things of that nature. I'm sure you've seen tons of channels like this online. But then out the back end, he actually sells courses. So this is one of the main ways he monetizes this channel. It's one of the biggest benefits of this channel as well, which we'll be going over here in just a second. Now, the third example channel I have right here is one called Live on Purpose TV. Now, this guy's actually a clinical psychologist, and he has a YouTube channel in which he makes videos every single day helping people with any everyday problems that they'd be having in their life. Whether they be in fights with their spouse or with their kids, he makes videos basically helping people with that, and then in turn, his YouTube channel acts like a lead generation machine to produce him leads for his practice. Now, here are some of the pros and cons of running a personal brand channel. So the pros, like I said, is there's more trust and it's easier to sell products, and there's no way to monetize a channel like this. If you're familiar with the YouTube ad program, you have to have at least 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel to be able to make money through the ad program on YouTube. Now, this can be huge when you're starting out because you might not want to wait to get your channel monetized and to start making money from your channel. So that is one of the major benefits of making a channel like this. And later down in the course, we're going to be going over the best ways to monetize a personal brand channel as well, and the best ways of monetizing an outsourceable list channel. And I'll show you a ton of cool tips and tricks with that. Now, the cons of running a personal brand channel is that it is less scalable. Now, obviously, you can hire people to do some things for these types of channels. For example, you could hire people to edit your videos, but it's always going to require you to actually sit down and make the videos. Now, like I said, you can outsource some parts of it, but other parts are going to require your time. That is one of the cons of running a personal brand channel. But like I said, I've freed up so much of my time by outsourcing content creation for my bigger list channels that it's actually given me time to work on this personal brand channel, and I'm making a lot of money from this channel, and I'm going to show you the exact tactics I'm using to do so. Now, there's also something that I like to call hybrid channels. Now, what are hybrid channels? Hybrid YouTube channels are channels that don't fit in any specified categories. So these aren't outsourceable channels, and these aren't necessarily personal brand channels either. There's sort of a mix between both. Now, one of the example channels I have right here is called Improvement Pill. Now, Improvement Pill makes basically like whiteboard videos, but it's the same guy voicing every single video. So he sometimes tells stories about his life, and then he also makes videos about like how I learned to love myself, how I lose weight without even trying, videos like that. So they're basically self-help videos, and the reason I label this channel as a hybrid channel because it isn't necessarily a personal brand, and it isn't necessarily an outsourceable channel. Now, it's more outsourceable than a flat-out personal brand channel, but it always requires him to do the voiceover because the channel is based around him. So that's what I like to call a hybrid channel. So if you ever find a YouTube channel that you're thinking about cloning and making a similar one for yourself, always remember that it might not exactly fit within either a personal brand channel or an outsourceable channel. It might actually be what I like to call a hybrid channel. And there are many very successful YouTube channels in every single category. So I hope this helped you guys in choosing the way that you're going to go about approaching YouTube. In the upcoming lessons, we're going to be taking a look at some of the best high CPM niches for outsourceable list channels, and I'm also going to be giving you a list of 100 different profitable YouTube niches plus example channels in many of the niches coming up in one of the next lessons. So super excited to get into that. I hope I've sort of started getting the gears turning in your brain and started getting ideas of the different ways you can approach YouTube and the different types of channels there are. And when I give you the list of 100 profitable YouTube niches, it's really going to give you a lot of ideas. And like I said, my sole goal is to help you guys. So hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next lesson.